You can start.
All right. Just wait. Nice loading. Oh, good afternoon, everyone. I am here to talk about our company ANZ. I was tasked to talk about the introduction, the risk analysis, and the conclusion about the company. Conclusion and recommendation. So ANZ company's management goals has 4 specific goals. First financial management goal is the profit maximization, which means that ANZ wants to maximize their profits by offering the lowest return possible to investors without scaring them. They choose to provide just enough information to maximize their profit. Their second goal is estimating the financial requirements, which means that ANZ's financial manager is tasked to estimate short-term and long-term financial requirement of the business. For this purpose, the financial plan will be present as well as the future. The amount required for purchasing fixed asset as well as the needs of funds of working capital. The third management goals for ANZ is proper utilization of financial resources, which means that the bank is making the most resources available in order to achieve their objectives. And lastly, the ANZ wants to effectively manage cash flow of their business, which means that the bank always tracks how much money is coming into and going out of the bank. With this, it helps them spot trends, prepare for the future, and tackle any problems with their cash flow. It pays to practice cash flow management often to make sure that the bank has enough money to keep it running. ANZ financial management activities. These are the activities that ANZ are doing. ANZ Bank include planning, directing, and organizing and controlling financial activities. However, financial goals of ANZ Bank support for attaining wealth objectives and maximize business profit with financial goals reflect minimizing risk and minimizing return. With these activities, the ANZ Bank resulting to ANZ finance over 30% of all home loans in New Zealand. Second, ANZ accounts for 1% of the New Zealand's GDP. And also, nearly 1 in 2 New Zealanders have banking relationship with one of their brands. Also, they are the largest rural banker with a share of 39%, and 20% of their employees that the New Zealand Finance and Insurance work with them. So there are heaps of companies' product, but these are not products. I think these are services that they offer. Namely, financing, transaction service, international service, exchange, low-interest credit cards, home loans, investments, property buying and refinancing, personal loans for car, travel, consolidation of debt overdraft facility, and insurance for home, life, and car. So ANZ company is a big company. Last year, they have a number of employees that counts to 39,060. And ANZ core process of ANZ Bank is on this picture right here, which is they're the third person within the exchange of tenant and the landlord, and they're the middleman. Yeah. And next one is the corporate governance and social responsibility. Corporate governance practices of the company provide solid structure for making effective strategy to make decision. So as you can see in the picture, the top tier of their corporate corporate framework is that the shareholders. Next is the board of directors, which entirely the audit committee, ethics, environment, social governance committee, risk committee, human resource, and the IT. And then below them is the chief executive officer, group executive committee, which is ANZ support environmental support governance to become ethical in its practices. This proved management key of element for overcoming conduct and ethical issues through detailed discussion with its board of members. Also, ANZ Bank makes sure that the business managed to apply sustainable practices for minimizing environmental and economic risk. It sets sustainable business practices each year to support the business strategy. Each year, ANZ Bank develop public sustainability with correspondence group-wide program to support product delivery and business strategy, and reporting performance with publication of business interim through business sustainability reviews. Next one is the risk analysis. For measuring the risk analysis of our company, the elements of the bank is considered the beta of the company, which is 0.60. 0.60, I got that number from the balance sheet, which would my other group mates will tackle next with me. It is specifically in the stock from the equity section. Since the outcome is less than 1, the stock is moving less in the stock market, which means that less people are buying from the stock of the company. This specifies that the bank has lower risks in the financial industry, which supports its sustainability and stability for long term. And other than this, bank has higher risk of default, which may affect bank credibility. And based on our recommendations as a group and our analysis, it is good to invest in ANZ because the bank can sustain its position over the long term, which means it's good for the investors to invest in their company. Also, the bank is capable enough for generating profit, which in turn provides benefits to investors in terms of dividends. The bank has also made diverse investment, which minimizes the riskiness of the bank, which could lead to make higher return for increasing overall bank profits. So that's what our analysis, and later you will see the calculations of our group. That's what we come up with this analysis. And then based on our, what's that one? Based on our research, due to this, the market capitalization of ANZ has increased significantly over time. Likewise, investors attracted towards the bank to generate profit for shareholders. And the analysis of our project supported development of detailed evaluation for the bank in order to generate more benefits of the business. So that's all of my report.
Thank you, Ed. Okay, so I would just recommend one student to ask you a question. All right. So let's try George. George, are you there? Hello, George. George.
Here I am. Yeah, it's just takes a few seconds. Sorry.
Yeah, no worries. So George, would you like to ask Ed one question?
Yes, of course I would like to. So you were talking about the financial goals, right, in the beginning?
Yeah.
Now with the COVID-19, do you think there's an special goal for ends? I mean, banks are always looking for an opportunity to make more money, and this might be a good one, I guess, or maybe not.
As what I've read from their website and from our research, their goals from now on is to still to cater the needs of their customers, but with strict regulations, especially with banking. They're just open Wednesday from 9 a.m. to 12 p.m. But they also prefer to do online banking. So maybe that's that's it. Yeah.
Keep working. Okay.
Oh, yeah.
Cool.
Okay, thank you, George. All right, yeah. But I think George's question is to ask you more about this, like the because right now what do you explain to George is more about their current operation,
Yeah.
isn't it? But it's like George question is more focused on like based on current situation. Do you think is there any changed financial goals for ANZ and NZ Bank?
Oh, based on our project, yeah, there's change because there are a lot of companies close, so the flow of money in their bank is like more loans are being made by the customers.
Oh,
Yeah,
that's good.
yeah,
Yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, I think this is what George tried to ask about, right? So try to
yeah.
think is like how you want to modify maybe your financial goals based on like what is actually happening right now, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Thank you, George. Okay,
Mm.
Ed, can you please move to your risk analysis? So
Risk analysis.
very good explanation for all this, company information and their product, their size, right? The
Yeah.
corporate governance and also social responsibility, no problem. But for the risk analysis, isn't it this should be related back to the capital budgeting?
Oh, this is I
Even
don't know.
6.8, right? So very likely because there's only one section in your project that is like discuss about risk analysis, and that is like hope you can associate it with capital budgeting.
Oh, all right, Nancy. Because Joby's
Okay.
gonna discuss more about the section for.
Yeah, because I'm not sure whether Joby will cover that section or you are cover the risk analysis here. Yeah.
Oh, all right.
Yeah. Okay, please double check. Maybe also Joby's past in the project as well. If he didn't mention anything about this risk analysis, if
I
you are the
already
one,
I
yeah.
already told him that I'll do the risk analysis. Yeah.
Okay. Then if you are the one who doing it, you need to relate back to the capital budgeting.
Oh, that's why.
Okay. So this is
Alright.
one thing. And then can you move to your recommendations, please, and the conclusion? Yeah.
Yes.
So next one. Yeah. Okay. So for the recommendation here, okay, same question for let's say Sukhawenda. See, Ed, what is your final conclusion here? Are you going to recommend investors to invest in ANZ Bank or you don't recommend them to invest?
I recommend the investors to invest in ANZ Bank because of the outcome of the calculations of our group.
Okay, but as
Yeah.
you can see, what the aspects you have explained here, one is team analysis, one is information research, right?
Mhm.
You didn't really mention anything about the calculations, the financial performance resource here to
Oh,
support your ideas, isn't it?
yeah.
Okay, so I want you to make this recommendation conclusion part very straightforward. Okay, so the
All right.
first you need to get recommendations. So I'm going to recommend them to invest or not invest, and then the following is the support. So you are giving the both financial support as well as is like this team analysis and information research, right? From the broader aspect for you to support to invest maybe in this company.
All right,
Okay,
Nancy. I'll
very
put
good.
on the project.
Yeah, it's better. You need to go back to check your project. Okay, so please make sure to reflect the change I just recommend here.
Uh-huh. All right.
Okay, yeah. All right, so I'm going to stop recording now.